All right, weather for Weather Geeks time, the Hump Day edition Wednesday evening. It was a busy couple of hours here in the Weather Center late this afternoon. I've had busier days, for sure, when we've had a lot of warnings. We didn't have a lot of warnings with this, but we did have some strong thunderstorms that really meant some business right around news time at 6 p.m. And, oftentimes I say if it's not the weather that gets you, it's the equipment. And sure enough, my computer decided to freeze up right at the start of the 6 o'clock news. So we had to scramble a little bit so I could quickly do a Control-Alt-Delete and get things started again. And, hopefully it looked seamless on the air. But that'll make your heart beat a little bit fast when your computer locks up right as you're going on live TV. All right. Let's take a look at, before we get to the storms, let's take a look at the heat. We hit 91 again today, third straight day, an official heat wave, making it 15 90-degree plus days in 2018. That is the same number as the last 4 years combined. Yeah, 0 in 2014, then we had 4, 6, and 5 in the following 3 years. So we're getting ever so close to 2012. Will we add to this list? I guess I wouldn't bet against it. We've got highs of 87 in the forecast at this point for Labor Day and the middle of next week. So could we hit 90? It's certainly not inconceivable. A cooler pattern should follow after that. Yeah, the heat index was pretty nasty today. Right before the rain hit, we hit 97 for heat index at the airport, and then you can see where it started raining. And not only did the temperature drop, but the heat index became negligible as well. All right, here's some actual rain gauge numbers. My rain gauge at home in Boardman, 0.89. At our downtown studios, almost exactly an inch, and pretty similar numbers throughout the 224 corridor down to about Route 30. We had some pretty decent totals up in Trumbull and Mercer counties as well. These are the actual rain gauge numbers. When we look at some Doppler radar estimates here, we can do a couple of queries, and right around Columbiana, about 1.5 inches. Once you're up to the Lawrence-Mahoning border, we have some Doppler radar estimates here of 1.6 or so, and parts of Trumbull and Mercer did well again, especially way up in far northern Trumbull, up around Kinsman, close to the Ashtabula line, almost 2 inches worth of rain estimated by the radar. We had one report of some storm damage, and this was over in Mercer County, far northern Mercer County. Trees down, Gravitt Road, Batchup Road at 519. Again, this is way up there near the Crawford County line. I haven't seen any other damage reports, so the wind was feisty. It was noticeable, but probably not enough to cause a tremendous amount of problems across the region. When I recorded this at 7:20, the radar loop shows our storms pushing away. We're out of the woods in most spots. As of 7:20, it's still thundering and lightning a little bit in southern Columbiana County, far eastern Mercer, but for the most part, we're just about done with thunder. When we take a look at the dew points, you can see where our cold front is this evening. Not real hard to find. I'll draw it for you, but yeah, it's no kidding. It's right here. This is the front that's going to sag our way slowly tonight into tomorrow morning. Now, unfortunately, the 40s and 50s dew points that are up here won't really come to realization around here, but the dew points will drop some tomorrow. I do think that tomorrow starts on a gloomy note. A lot of stratocumulus clouds around, and a touch of drizzle, a sprinkle. Yeah, it's going to be a possibility. The air is going to feel different for sure. We're going to struggle to get out of the mid-70s tomorrow afternoon. The sky should start to brighten from north to south by late afternoon and evening. So if you're heading to the Canfield Fair, it'll be a much different day at the fair on Thursday. Temperatures no higher than about 75 in the afternoon with a decrease in humidity. And again, small chances for little touches of rain early, but the afternoon and evening should be dry. In fact, it'll be a very nice evening, very comfortable for day 2 of the Canfield Fair. Friday's also a winner. Now, it may not be perfectly sunny. We may get into some of these clouds here, but it will be a dry day. And while the dew points will be elevated some, not nearly as humid as the last couple of days. So Friday's looking good. Over the weekend, we start out dry on Saturday. What I have done is inserted a small risk of a pop-up shower or storm Saturday afternoon. As those dew points come up and this warm front's in the vicinity, I can't rule out an isolated shower or a storm. But yeah, don't count on it. Most of the day is going to be just fine. Saturday's just going to be back to the steamy weather with highs in the mid-80s. All right, as far as our weather impacts for the rest of the fair, tomorrow's our low-impact day. Friday, looking pretty good as well, although, again, temperatures start to warm up. Saturday, heat and humidity become a factor. Small risk of that shower or storm in the afternoon. Sunday, hot and humid. We've got 85 in the forecast. It'll feel like it's closer to 90. And there's a somewhat better chance of some spotty showers and storms on Sunday compared to Saturday. And on Labor Day, Monday, boy, hot, humid. Heat index values Monday, probably about 92, 93. And there's a low-end risk of a pop-up afternoon thunderstorm in a few spots. I don't think we're looking at much rain for the rest of the Canfield Fair. This low chance stuff Saturday and Monday especially, it's going to be real isolated. Sunday might be the day we have the most coverage of showers and storms, but even that, I'm not anticipating that being very much. Let me show you the longer range numbers here on the European model, and not much news here if you've been following my posts, including, of course, on this video over the last couple of days. We're expecting a pattern change during the second week of September. It's going to be hot next week, right through Wednesday. Labor Day, Tuesday, Wednesday, back to work, back to school, and it's going to be hot. Middle and upper 80s, heat index values 90 or so. Then we should get back into a more seasonable pattern as we go into that second week of September. And I would expect that to last a little while. So if we're going to reel off another 90-degree day or two, maybe our last chance is next week, Labor Day into Tuesday and Wednesday. After that, our chances of sustained heat, climatologically speaking, go down. That being said, if you remember last September, we had a couple of 90-degree days, or at least one, in the final week of September. It can still get hot late in September, but from a climatological standpoint, your chances of high heat do start decreasing fairly rapidly once we get into the second half of September. All right, that's it for Weather Geeks. I am probably going to be at the Canfield Fair for the 6 o'clock news tomorrow. So Weather Geeks will get online a little bit later than usual, but I'll do a video tomorrow evening. That will be the last weather for Weather Geeks for a while because I'm on vacation starting Friday evening after the 6 o'clock news and taking time off all of next week. So again, if you missed me talking about this last evening, I will be at the fair Saturday. Even though my vacation technically starts Friday evening, I will be at the fair on Saturday from 10 to 2 with Derek and Leslie in the WFMJ tent. Hope you'll stop by and say hi. All right, see you back here tomorrow evening.